Today's lesson is the review for your first quiz from Unit 4A. The first question on the quiz today is going to ask you to classify the triangles as acute, obtuse, or right. It will be matching, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this as a review. So just remember when you're looking to see if it's acute, you want all of the angles to be acute, which means they all need to be under 90 degrees. When your triangle is obtuse, you need one obtuse angle. That's one angle that is bigger than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. And for your triangle to be a right triangle, you need to have a 90 degree. Remember, most of the times when we mark a 90-degree angle, we mark it with a box in the corner. So if we take a look at triangle A, because of that right angle, I'm going to go ahead and mark it as a right triangle. There's the right angle right there. In the second one, as I look at in triangle B, as I look at the numbers, 50, 75, 55, they are all under 90 degrees. This triangle is acute. Triangle C, once again, 60, 60, and 60. This triangle is acute. We could also call it equal angular, but we're not doing that. We're just acute, obtuse, or right today. And for our last triangle, triangle D, I noticed there's a 30, a 35, and a 115. The 115 makes this triangle obtuse. All right, the next question on your quiz today is going to ask you to classify your triangles as scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. Remember, scalene means that your triangles have no congruent sides. Isosceles means we have two congruent sides, and equilateral means all three sides are equal. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look. As I can see here in triangle A, all three sides are 14. I'm going to say equilateral. And triangle B, 12, 13, and 14 are all three different numbers. So we're going to go ahead and say scalene. And for the last one, 7, 4, and 4, I see that there are two 4s, so I'm going to go ahead and call this isosceles. All right, moving right along to question number 3, you are going to be asked to find the value of x. Remember, when you see the triangle where one of the sides has been extended, you need to mark the exterior angle. That's this angle right here. So make sure you mark it as the exterior angle. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to number your angles as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, the trick is you always mark the exterior angle as 4 and the one right inside next to it as 3, and the other two angles inside the triangle are 1 and 2. The reason for this is when the exterior angle is given or it is being asked of you to find, you could see the x where the 122 is. You're going to use the exterior angle theorem, which says angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 4, our exterior angle. Now that I know which theorem I'm going to use, I have the formula to set up the problem. So I can come in and I can say x plus 49 equals 122. And now I can go ahead and I can solve this problem. Yes, all I have to do is subtract the 49. That is true from both sides. No problems there. It's just I need to know, do I add together or do I subtract? That's what I need to know from this problem. And when I subtract that, I get 73, and this would be my answer. Okay. Question number 4 is going to ask you something about a triangle. So in the triangle below, suppose that the measure of angle A is x plus 6 degrees. The measure of angle B is x minus 2 degrees. And the measure of angle C is 6x degrees. Find the degree measure of each of the angles in the triangle. On your quiz today, you're going to see an answer blank for x, an answer blank for angle A, an answer blank for angle B, and an answer blank for angle C. I do want to remind you that if there is a right angle, that it is 90 degrees. And I do encourage you to make sure that you read this sentence up here, because if you do have a 90-degree angle, it will say that in writing on your question. You will also see a 90-degree mark in the corner by A, B, or C, or whatever letters the quiz use. I think it's L, M, and N. All right, this one is different because notice there's no extension of any of the angles at A, B, or C. So this is the triangle sum theorem, which simply says that angle A plus angle B plus angle C, or whatever letters we're using at those vertex. It doesn't matter, whichever letter I'm using at whichever vertex that you're looking at, you could just put them in order. L plus M plus N is equal to 180 degrees. So let's go ahead and start filling in, substituting in our expressions for A, for B, and lastly for C. Now I can go ahead and I can solve this problem for x. Once I've solved for x, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug it in to find the measures of angles A, B, and C. So I'm going to take my x's and I'm going to combine them together. Notice that I'm adding everything together and that there is a 1 in front of that first x. So that would give me 11x. And then I'm going to take my two constants, positive 6 and minus 2. I'm going to do 6 minus 2. That would give me 4. And of course, we're equal to the 180 degrees. But the degree sign doesn't have to be there. We're going to go ahead and subtract. We're just solving for x now. That's all. That's 176. And if I have to get that x alone, remember there's multiplication hiding there. So we're going to go ahead and divide by 11. Now the quiz is going to ask you to fill in the measures of angles A, B, and C, or like I said, I think it's L, M, and N. So all you're going to have to do for me is you're just going to have to go back and you're going to have to plug them in. So for A, I'm going to come right here and I'm going to say it's 11 plus 16. It's 11 plus 16. Give me just 1 second here. 27. And should it have a little dot? Yes, but don't worry, you're just going to plug in the number on the in the quiz today. Then here for B, I'm going to plug it into 4 times 11. 4 times, oh no, it's not 11, 16. There we go. What did I do? Oh, I did the first one wrong. Hold on, you guys. No, no, no. Where did that 11 come from? 16 plus 6. How about we do it correctly? There we go. 16 plus 6. That's not 27. That's 22. Oops. 22. 4 times 16 minus 2. Here we go. See if I can do this one correctly. 62 degrees. And for the last one, 6 times 16. 6 times 16. It's a good thing I'm showing you guys my work. 96. There we go. Now, a good thing that you could do to make sure that these 3 answers right here are correct is you could go ahead and add up 22 plus 62 plus 96, and they should come up to 180. And I know you can't see it off camera, but I went ahead and did that on my calculator. All right, let's take a look at this last question. The last question is going to ask you about corresponding parts. So the triangles below are congruent and their corresponding parts are marked. Remember that all you have to do is look at how it's marked. So notice that here at angle A, there's 1. So you go and find the one with 1 over here. These two are the same. You can use color to help you out if you'd like. So you could grab your highlighters and you could say, let me grab the little one. This angle goes with this angle with this one, and that one with that one. All it does is it allows you to do the problem faster. That's all this allows you to do. You can also come in with your colors on the sides and say, well, the 1 mark goes with the 1 mark. The 2 marks goes with the 2 marks. And then I could grab a third color. I guess I could have used my black, but that's okay. The 3 with the 3. So I could use my color to help me out, or I could just visually just take the time and do that. I need to name all the corresponding congruent angles and sides, and then I need to complete the triangle congruence. So like I said, A I did in yellow, so it's going to match up to angle X. They're congruent. Angle B is similar to angle Z. Notice I'm just kind of following, right? I looked at this letter and then I found the matching color. Or like I said, I found C. I went to the letter C, 1, 2, 3, and then I went over here and found the 1, 2, 3. It's that easy. Now what I can do is I can do one of two things to answer the sides. To answer the sides, I can find side AB. It's the 3, 1, 2, 3. So I find, or it's the blue, 1, 2, 3. There we go. It shouldn't matter which order you put it in, but I will let you know that I did put it in the same order that they wrote it here. So if it says A, then I put X first because they go together. And then it said B second, I put Z because they go together. So one way that you could also do this is you could look over here. I have side AC. So I'm going to go to A. Well, A matches X. And then I go to C. C matches Y. So then I put, oops, Y, X, Y. And take a look at the picture. Here's AC in orange. Here's XY in orange as well. Here's AC with 2 marks. Here's XY with 2 marks. It's going to work. Could you put YX? Yes, technically it's the same thing, technically, but I do want to let you know per Schoology purposes, if I put the letter A first, then I put who it matches with first as well, and I'm just worried that Schoology might count that wrong for you. So make sure that you do have it lined up with the letter that A goes with goes first, the letter that C goes with goes second. Okay? All right, so BC, I remember you have 2 options. You could come right over here and say B is Z and C is Y, so it's ZY, or you can look at your picture and do that as well. All right, then the easiest thing to do, I really think, instead of looking at the picture, is to simply look right up here. Match the letters. A is X, C is Y, oops, there we go, and B is Z. And there's your correct answer. You could also look at the picture as well. Good luck, you guys. You've got this.